Hopefully I'm back. Okay, cool. I don't really know what just happened, to be perfectly honest. I hit the wrong button on my Stream Deck, and every single window that I had open crashed. From the game to VTube Studio, even OBS went kaput. It was very strange. Anyway, we'll be continuing. Day 25. So last weekend, I didn't really progress all that much. I'm hoping that I am actually going to be able to progress today. But we shall see. Gonna begin, as always, by seeing what I can get outside. I can get the tomb. So I guess I'll take that. And I'm gonna see if I can figure out the chapel again. Because there's a puzzle relating to the chapel and the tomb. And I haven't been able to figure it out yet. Let's go with the pantry. And the chapel immediately. Alright, cool. So, let's figure this out, shall we? So in the tomb, there are statues of each character in these stained glass paintings. So, my goal is to figure out how the code works. So, unless it has to do with the numbers, which I suppose it might. Okay, let's go from 1 to 7 in order of numbers. So, gardener, chef, and the 3 is farmer, 4 is the chimney sweeper, I think is what they're called. Um, 5 is the maid. 6 is the horse rider. And 7 is, I believe, the king, yeah. So I'm gonna go try this. So the codes I've already tried are not based on the numbers, and just based on who is up and who is down. And I've tried doing based on shoulder position. I've tried doing based on elbow position, and none of them have worked. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to start with everybody down. And just go up in order. And see if that's better. I will note that it seems everybody starts up, so maybe it's going down in order. I do not know. Those candles look suspicious, but who am I to judge? I feel like I didn't lower all of them yet, so I don't know which one I'm missing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I did them all. Alright, so gardener is first, which is, I think, you. And then the chef. And then the farmer. And then the chimney sweeper. And then the maid. And then the horse rider. And then the king. Okay, that didn't do anything, I don't think. I mean, it's not obvious, at least. I sure hope it would be obvious when it's correct. Because if it's not, then I will have literally no idea. Okay, let's try again. This time lowering them in the order. Hello? It's maid, and then horse rider. Oh? Oh my god, it really was that easy. Let's see what this is. What on earth am I looking at here? Alright. I'm doing alright. How about you? Underground map. I am going to screenshot this. Okay. So it looks like this is quite the elaborate area. I do notice the train tracks, which are visible from the surface. And despite the arrow facing this way, there doesn't seem to be anything to do here. Which is curious. Well, I guess I have a section of the underground map that I didn't have before. I'm not entirely sure how that's useful to me. You'd never seen this game before? That seems impressive to me. There are quite a few streamers playing Blueprints. Or at least they were. But if you haven't played it, I would suggest playing it yourself before watching someone else play it. It is very much a game that you cannot be spoiled on. Let's take the commissary. I would like the shovel. Shoes, alright, that's good. Let's continue on. Oh, you mostly play other types of games? That's understandable. Well, these three chests, one of them is a truth, one is a lie, and one can be either. White box is true, other two boxes are false, so blue cannot be true. Do I like horror games? No, I do not like horror games. I am very bad at horror. And if blue cannot be true, then I'm just gonna guess. Okay. I just guessed black because it was the only one that could narrow down the actual one with the... It was the only one that could narrow down which one had the prize. And yeah. You love them and you kind of get addicted to horror games. Well, that's fair. I've watched other people play them, and I do get the appeal. I'm just not a huge fan of them. Let's see what the observatory has for me today. Alright, everything's 50% off. Nice. Let's go library. And check out the pump system manual. Locked. Alright. Well, let's continue on this way with the den. And Nook, I guess, allows me to progress forward. As does the corridor. Everybody does have their own choice indeed. Rumpus room, I'll do that later. Something else is here. I just need to find it. Seems like it's in this corner somewhere. But where? Oh, here, under the TV. There's a key. If you'd like to try some horror games, you can suggest some. Well, I don't really think that I want to try some horror games, to be honest. I need a key card for that. Go billiard room. Alright, 17. 6 minus 2 is 4. 17. 6 minus 2 is 4. 6 minus... It's not minus. It's division. It's 6 over 2 is 3. 18 minus 8 is 10. 40 over 20 is 2. 23 minus 13 is 10. Times 2 over 4 is 5. And I got the silver key. Very nice. Although they are all red right now, which isn't great. Let's see. It is intriguing that the gymnasium is listed as having 4 doors. That is something I have not seen before. Or at least not noticed before. Which makes me wonder what would happen if I were to get on the other side of the gymnasium. What other games do I play? I play a lot of FTL on this channel. Off stream, I've been playing Helldivers. Door's locked. Well, that's a shame. I believe that means that I am pretty much done. Actually, I can go back to the Foundation. I also play some Roblox games off and on. What am I doing? I need to be in this room. You are a crow in a crown. And you are... Is this... Something wants to make me say this is an L for Flan and Fan. But I don't know if Flan is actually what that's called. This is Paint and Pint. Rank 6, this is a plane and a... Well, actually, I'm not sure what this is. I'm gonna skip it. Let's do the rumpus. Let me boost the game audio. And just let it play.
And, as it was foretold, I am awakened at the sound of a dropping coin. You find yourself face to face with the great Alzara. And I suspect you wish me to look into your future. Yes, the fog is clearing. I see a shadow in the doorway. Silent footsteps in the hallways. An unlatched gate you did not open. A missing item you did not take. I see a young boy watched from afar. A young boy who once was brave, but now afraid. What you have heard here has been foreseen by the great Alzara. Until the dawn of the following day, I will have nothing more to say.
What the hell? Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared. Thank you. Um, I did, yes, I did create this. Simply because I'm not good at art, so I just drew a circle. And then put a hat on it. So I will note that the Great Al-Azara made note of a gate I did not open. And I do know the location of such a gate. However, it was not open, and it still is not open. Okay. I was wondering if the Great Al-Azara had foreseen that gate opening. I'm going to call it a day then, I suppose, as I am low on footsteps. So I do have something new to check out, and that is if I can get the gymnasium and then find a door opening to the other side of the basketball hoop. That last Alzara message was entirely unnecessary. I hate it. Um, what? The game? You think the game could be better? Um, I think it probably could be better, but I think it's pretty good as it is now. Um, there's the whole thing of like meta puzzles and stuff, which I like. But I'm not a huge fan of when I get stuck on the same puzzle and don't have, well, not stuck, but when I don't see a way forward, when I solve all the puzzles and I just don't know what to do from there. Let's take a closet. Well, a key, very nice. I would love to go straight here, but unfortunately I cannot. So I guess I'll take the library and read the book I checked out. Water level indicators, tank switch, the pump. Um, yeah, I kind of deduced that already. What are you? Uh-huh. That is a different map than before. Where does this say to go? Okay, so the bookshop, the Great Hall. Let's go into the Great Hall. Although I probably should have gone into the bookshop. That was a room that I've never seen before. But I want to go up here. Right? Yes. So I want to go up. And I want to go this way. Oh, I actually wanted to go straight there. Here I want to turn, which forces me to take the dark room. Locked. Great. Oh, and it's a furnace. Lovely. That's not great. That means red rooms are more common. I have to take the mage chambers. This is not going great. Well, at least I can see what's on the other side of the gymnasium. You're a professional artist? See, the thing is that I'm not really into that at the moment. I think I'm, good the way I am, at least for now. Thank you for the offer, though. Oh, I actually can't get to the other side of the gymnasium. I need to go... well, this way. Nook, sure, I'll take the key. As I did need that elsewhere. Alright. I want to get into the gym. Or actually, no, I want to take this dark room path. I want to go straight, so let's see if this goes straight. It does not. Okay, well. I'm kind of screwed. In fact, that has to be the end of the day. I had no other paths forward. No, I get that. I get you're not a bot or a scammer. I just genuinely don't think I need a better model at the moment. Let's see what I can get outside today. I guess I'll take the trading post. Which requires me to have items. So I need to find some. You understand that there are many bots and scammers. Yeah, it is a bit of a problem. Not something I can do anything about, though. So I just don't worry about it. Keep moving. I'll take the chapel for the split. And the den. I guess I'll take the observatory just to see what I get. No, you didn't say anything that bothered me. I just really don't think I need a model. Um, no item in here, unfortunately. I'll take the parlor so that I can move up, but first I would like to see down here. I'll take the drawing room so that I can turn. I hope you have a good day as well. Red gems in each green room. Sure. And be aware of, yes, I will certainly be aware. So from here, we go up through the parlor. Oh, a magnifying glass, very nice. You have fun as well with whatever adventures you have today. Gems are in the only box with the true statement. One of the other boxes is true. The gems are in the only box with a false statement. Alright, well. Black and blue cannot both be true, but they could technically both be false. But if they were both false, then it wouldn't be able to be in the white box. Right? Yes. So if blue is true, it can't be in the white box because there would only be able to be one true statement. And that would be the blue box. And if blue and black are both false, then I don't believe it can be in the white box either, because the gems are in the only box with the true statement is a lie, and white in that instance would be the only box with the true statement. So, yeah. So So either way, it can't be in the white box. Can I do a similar thing over here with the black box? So if I take you to be true, that would make white true and blue false, putting the gems in the blue box. And if I take you to be false, with the other box, I don't have anything. Wait. If these are both false, then this would also have to be false, and that's not possible. So one of these must be true. And if black is true, they're in the blue box. And if blue is true, they're in the blue box. So I think they're in the blue box. And they are. Dining room for the split, very nice. Gymnasium. Alright. Let's see if I can get there. Well, at the moment, it doesn't look like it. Car keys, useless to me at the moment. I'll take the library. And I will take this. Which is the last one. And I don't have a key. I am going to go out into the trading post, as I have a few items. And there are a couple of items which I would like to get permanently, if possible. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I believe there's a place where I need microchips, and I believe when you put in the microchips, they stay. So if the trading post can give me microchips, then I will be golden. Oh, yes, I also forgot about the dynamite in the trading post. So, let's see here. You're going to give dice. You're a loop. You're a dice. Yeah. Okay. Well, I do actually have... I will take the trade for the dice, though. I'm not sure what the salt is for. Isn't this a passive buff? Yeah. Okay. So, I guess I'm just gonna go over here and see what's in the final path. I will take the drafting studio. That's very good for me. And why am I getting beeps? Where is this thing that I'm missing? Oh, it's a handle. Or a lever, I mean. Alright, what am I going to add today? Clock tower. Tomorrow you will start with 1 key for each clock room you draft today. Alright. You are more likely to draw unusual and rare rooms while drafting. Or whenever you draw Dovecoat while drafting, you may rotate floor plans. I think I'm going to take the Solarium. Simply because it is a green room. And also because it seems good. And that's about it. It just seems good. There's really nothing else to it. I don't have any deeper reasoning. And this is the end. Oh, I could have redrawn, but whatever. Time to call it a day. Still looking for the same things I was looking for at the start of the day, except for the fact that I have figured out the puzzle with the tomb, and that's the only thing I've figured out today. In the last 45 minutes, I've figured out one puzzle. Alright. Let's go see what's outside today. Don't know what I'm looking for, to be honest. Sure, I'll take the root cellar. Dig spots, if I can get a shovel, will give me keys, which allow me to progress further. Now that is, of course, on the condition that I can actually get a shovel, which is by no means guaranteed. Alright. The white box is empty. This is the only true statement, and there are 2 false statements. Well, blue and white. Well, obviously, actually, they can't. So, white has to be false, probably. Or maybe not. Yes, white must be false, because if white is true, then there would have to be 2 false statements, which would also force this to be true, which cannot happen. So, white is false. And if this was true, that would force this as false. And if this is false, it can't be false. This must be true, which forces this false. There we are. I'd like to go straight. Unfortunately, I cannot, so I'll take a nook for the key. And then Bordier, which I still don't know how to pronounce. What are you? Ah, yes, I forgot. might be if I can get a magnifying glass here, the code on that safe. Probably not, but maybe. Worth a shot. It seems like something I already would have tried, though. Drafting room. I could take the garage, which would give me a bunch of keys. And I think I will. Anything else in the garage? Any items? Doesn't seem like it. I've already interacted with that. Alright. Moving forward. Let's take the hallway for the split. And I can go observatory here. Green rooms are more likely to contain special flowers today. What are flowers? That is a keycard door, which is very rare this early on. Oh my god, rank 3 is crazy for a keycard door. Let's take the den. And hope that I can turn left here. And I can. You are a flower. With a gem. Alright. Is that what it meant by special flowers? I guess I can check out here. You are also flowers with gems. Huh. Interesting. This is a whole thing I haven't seen much of. And frankly, didn't know existed. Go with the boiler room. Gymnasium I'll take. Let's see if I can get around it. Well, I can turn right once. Can I turn right again, though? That's the real question. I can. Alright, and now I need to turn right a third time. I can. Alright, I'm on the back side of the gym. Which gives nothing. Huh. So then why was the gym listed as having 4 doors? Very curious. Very curious indeed. Why would that be listed as having 4 doors? I don't get it. Nothing in here. Well, let's see what is up this way from the pool, actually. No, I can't. I need a key card for that. Alright. Let's see if I can get the pump room here. I cannot. I'll take the sauna, though. As it would have been a dead-end room anyway. And I guess I will just go into the Great Hall and try another key. Oh. Free key. I mean, none of this is useful to me, though. I guess I'll just take walk-in closet and see the deposit box key. I highly doubt that would open up the basement. Yeah. Looks like that'll be the end of the day again. So I am not getting very far each day here. I'm still not sure why the gym was listed as having 4 doors. Like, that is a very curious thing to say, when it clearly doesn't. I thought it would be like the foundation, where the 4th door is like not an actual door, but it's like a hidden thing where if you get to the other side of it, you can interact somehow. But it doesn't seem like it. I guess I could try doing that once I can power off power to the gym, but I don't know what that would change. Let's take the hovel. This I've already turned, right? Yeah, okay. So I'll turn that back on. And then I did kind of forget that I am looking for another one of these. I didn't see one down there, though, in the tomb. But I might have missed it. Since I wasn't really looking for it. Let's take the storeroom right off the bat. And I need to remember that gems are completely useless for me. I will take the hallway, which will allow me to turn into the foundation, which still has a keycard door. Here I will take the curry yard. Here, I probably want the drawing room. It allows me to redraw. I'll take the den. Interesting that the keycard door automatically opens there. And interesting as well that that is a locked door. That seems very early. Actually, I guess it's not that early. Let's see if I can get a pool before drafting the rooms branching from the boiler room. A bedroom. I'll take some steps, yes. Keys for sale. I'll take it. I will need coins for that, though. I'm going to go all the way back to the entrance. Wrong way. Go over here. Pantry. I do need the coins. Commissary, I do not want. I don't want the chapel either, though, to be honest. So I guess I'll take the parlor. Gems are on the table behind you. It would actually be wild if they were. Like, it would be wild if that was a true statement. The gems are in this box, or every statement claiming where the gems are is false, and the gems are in the blue box. Okay. Well, this is definitely false. This could be true or false, and this could also be true or false. At least in isolation. So let's see. If you are true, you are false. Which would make the gems in the white box. Okay, and if you're false, that would make this true with the gems in the blue box. If you're true, you're false. If you're false, that forces you true. So this doesn't seem like a solvable puzzle. Unless the gems were actually on the table, which they were not. So, I'm just gonna guess. I chose the one box the gems couldn't be in. I'm foolish. It was a 50-50 between the white box and the blue box, and I chose the black box. I'm acting foolish here. Alright. I guess let's go into the boiler room. I'll take the dark room, I guess. Alright. Not a bad room pull, but not great either. In fact, quite bad, I think. Just because I can't go forward. So when I said not a bad room pull, apparently I was just lying. Alright. I could go security. Or secret passage. And I think I'm gonna go secret passage. I want gold. But I guess I can't get... I guess there's no rooms that have just gold lying around that are colored. So I guess I'll take green and hope for, I guess, a shovel, maybe? There's a key here, so that's nice. You're more likely to get... Yeah, I'll take the solarium and see what's inside. Alright. Mr. Nagula. Anne wanted me to remind you once again that it is expected of you to keep the grass in the cloister cut and the trees trimmed. I have a feeling you may have forgotten how to open the cloister wall again, so to save you some stern words, I decided to draw you a little diagram to help you out. Who knows, maybe this time it will stick. Cloister grounds access. While face to face with the angel, press the... What letter is that? Base of the two pillars on either side of you. Sorry, I'm very bad at cursive. Alright, well that is a puzzle I know how to open. At least in theory. The goal is to get the... green in each corner. Okay. Interesting. So yellow moves up, green moves to the side. Which would mean that I want a yellow like there. So I can get these two easily, and you start correct and can't move. Or can you move? Wait. What just happened? Huh? I'm not sure how that works, but I got it. And you are an allowance token. My allowance has been permanently increased by 2. Very nice. Okay, so... I guess I know how to open the cloister now. But nothing else. And I do not have the keys, or sorry, I do not have the coins required to purchase from the locksmith. At least I don't think I do. A quote-unquote special key. Yeah, I'm 1 short. And so far, the special key has always been the same key. It's always been a silver key. But theoretically, it doesn't state silver key, so maybe there's like a rare chance it'll be a basement key instead, which is something I've been looking for a very long time. Anyway, I'm gonna have to call it a day. I've been running through these days very quickly, and I haven't really gotten anything of note, which worries me somewhat. I've also yet to go into a casino. I've only drawn it once, and I couldn't afford it. I also haven't yet made it into the antechamber, despite the fact that I know how. I just haven't gotten far enough on a day when I drafted, or not drafted, but on a day when I found one of the levers. Um, Here I will, I guess, take the trading post. And I have a larger allowance now. I start each day with 4 instead of 2. Let's go Nook for the key. And then I guess I'll take utility closet. I'm not going to turn off the key card system, but I will turn on the garage and off the gym. Just to see what I get if I end up drafting the gym. Well, bedroom and laboratory are both useless to me. So I guess I'll take coat check. To be fair, that's also fairly useless to me right now. I guess I'll see if anything I craft, or not craft, but if I obtain an item which I think might be better than the key card. The gems are not in a box with a true statement. The statement on the blue box is as true as this statement, and the gems are not in a box with a true statement. Okay. Well, due to what white says, if blue is true, or sorry, if white is true, blue is true. If white is false, blue is true. So blue is true, which means that the gems are not in a box with a true statement. Which also forces this to be true. Which means white has the lie. And the gems. So, I guess I'm taking Chapel because it's the only way forward. And here, kitchen is the only way forward. The spare room is the only way forward. Den is the only way forward. I guess I'll take secret passage. I would like a green room. I'm looking for the cloister. I cannot afford it. Well, that's a shame. I'll take the aquarium as it lets me continue. Mailroom. Order has been placed. So if I draft the mailroom again, I will get the package. This is looking to be a short day. West Wing Hall lets me progress. Dark room I can take because it'll let me progress, and I can also go back and power on the ladyship's chamber. This is new. Okay. Okay, let's see what's here. A diary is locked. I have an upgrade disc. Which I might not have wanted to take. I'll be checking the upgrade disc, I guess. Does it never end? What do you mean by that? There's a large harp. Okay, so I need a diary key. These pictures, which don't seem to reveal all that much. Interesting. For a brand new room that I've never been in before, that had very little. I would like to go out this way. Through here. And to the utility closet. Turn. Oh, I didn't actually enter the dark room. That's on me. Whatever. I'm not going to be continuing this day anyway, then. What I will do, though, is check the upgrade disc. Retrieve the key card, check the upgrade disc, because I don't want to lose that. And then go to the trading post and see what I find. Silver key, coupon book, magnifying glass, salt, 2 gems. Okay. Salt, 2 gems. Alright. Well, let's call it a day. Again. I wonder what would happen if while holding a silver key, I purchase a special key from the locksmith. Would that then give me the basement key? I suppose it is possible. The question is, how would I get a silver key other than the locksmith? I guess, obviously, the trading post, if I go in with the correct item. Possibly also... Oh, I have a sledgehammer. Nice. I believe the silver key can just be sometimes be randomly found in rooms on occasion. Like it's just a rare chance. So it's just, I guess, the kind of thing that I just need to kind of hope that I get. Only one statement is false. Only one statement is true. The gems are in a box with a false statement. If you're true, the other two are false, which is a valid state. If you're false, the other two must be true, which is also a valid state. Okay. If you are false, the other two must be... Or if you're false, one of the other two has to be true and one has to be false. Which I guess is valid, yes. It'd be false, true, false. And if you are true, then one has to be true, one has to be false. True, false. Or sorry, no, wait. If you're true, you can't be true, so you would be true, and you would be false. I don't really know. I'm just gonna guess. Alright. I guess I'll take the courtyard. The pantry for the coins, I suppose. Oh, and I have my package. Very nice. Lock picking kit. Nice. I wonder if that would work on the basement. I highly doubt it. What do you say? Did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? Curious. Somebody got fired for allegedly stealing mail. Alright. Let's continue on. Hopefully. Alright. Chapel, because it's the only way to progress. Something's over here. Oh, more coins. Nice. Alright. I'll take the secret passage. Hello, Surfcaster. Looking for the cloister. Here it is. Alright. Facing the angel, base of the pillars on either side. Okay. Well, that is an allowance token. And a letter. Mr. Nogula, if you are reading this, it seems the day has finally come, and the cloister is at long last getting some much overdue maintenance. I have left you a literal token of appreciation to serve a positive reinforcement, which should grant you a bit of extra spending money each day while working on the estate. We have learned from our dealings with your predecessor that it is much cheaper in the long run to be generous. Okay, so that must be the new guy who could never figure out how to access the cloister. Which is kind of funny. Have a sledgehammer. Couple of keys, very nice. Here, I guess I'll take the Nook in order to enter that last room. And a coupon book. Alright. I could take the nursery. This does seem like a fairly good run so far. So I guess I'll take the nursery. So that if I draft another bedroom, I will get steps from it. More so than normal, anyway. Dining room. Let's try the lockpick kit, and it worked. Commissary is the only one to progress, so I'll take it. And where is the item that you're trying to guide me to? Here it is. What are you on? What has on sale today? A gem, a key, a shovel. I'll take the shovel on the way back. Well, yeah. I shouldn't have used the key there. That's on me. I made a mistake. I'll take the bedroom here, as it also gives me the extra steps. And then the kitchen lets me progress further, but the billiard room does too, and this one is free, so I'll take this. Alright, quick math. 16. 18 minus 7 minus 10 is 1, times 2 times 10 is 20. 7 minus 3 is 4, 40 over 2 is 20. 1 times 1 over 1 is 1. Here we are, a single coin. Well, the boiler room is the only one that lets me move forward, but I cannot afford it, so I guess I'll take the closet instead. And then as I go back through the commissary, I will purchase the shovel. Nothing there. I already opened that crate. Let's go back through the cloister. Big spots. A key. Coins. Another coin. Drawing room is the only one that lets me go forward. Can't pick the lock. Okay. I need to go up. Which means I need to turn right. No. No. Well, that's a shame. I cannot turn right. Well then. You know, I thought I was on a roll here. Apparently I'm not. Sometimes it happens like that. The kennel would have been nice earlier, but it honestly wouldn't have mattered. I already have 6 keys. Telescope. 2 things, a cupcake. I have a lot of items, so I'll go back to the workshop and see if I can make anything. I doubt it's possible to craft, like, a basement key, but maybe I'll be able to craft something else. You never know. Wrong way. This way. Here's the workshop. Alright. Let's see if I can craft anything here. The lockpick and the metal detector apparently make something. The shovel and the metal detector also make something, though. Let's go lockpick metal detector. It's a sound amplifier. I have somewhere here a list of workshop things. Yes, okay, lockpick plus metal detector. Sound amplifier. Shovel and metal detector is a detector shovel. Anything else that the shovel can go with? No. Metal detector seems to be a lot. A metal detector and a shovel is a burning glass. Or sorry, metal detector and magnifying glass. Burning glass. Coupon book, can you go with anything? I doubt it. Yeah, no. Magnifying glass. Can you go with anything? No. Coin purse? No. Sledgehammer? No. Shovel? No. Okay. So that's everything I can get. Ooh, I want to actually craft anything here, though. Let's see what you do. What does the detector shovel do? Greater chance of finding coins and keys, and much greater chance while digging. Well, that sounds pretty useless. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. Alright. End the day. And this might be my last day here. Thank you for the raid. What were you doing today? Oh, I got a shovel immediately. That's very nice. Like that. Playing Slay the Spire. Nice. It's been a while since I played Slay the Spire. Only streaming twice a week is not great for playing a plethora of games. Were you able to win today? No, you got killed by the final boss. It is a very difficult boss. I will say that. Actually, which boss? There are multiple. They're all hard, but I'll take the boiler room. I can't actually take the boiler room. So I'll take, I guess, the parlor. The one that regenerates his full health if you take him to 0 the first time. Yeah. That one is... hard. I'll just say that. Not in this box. Or in this box. White box is true. So the white box cannot be true, because if that was the case, all 3 of these would be true, which forces these 2 false. You have it. You're the lie. What? Alright, never mind. I got bamboozled. Alright. Well then. I'll take the chapel since it lets me go forward. Pantry for the coins. Still no gems, which means I'm already cutting off the top half of the mansion. So this is going to be a really short run. I'll take security, and if I get a coach check, I'll be able to use the upgrade disc. So I'm looking for a coat check here. No. Let's see over here. Looks like this is also going to be a no. Yep, no coat check. Alright. Well, I have to call it a day already, since I cannot progress any further upwards. I will say that I hope you had a good stream. Alright, trading post. So I am going to try to get something that I can trade for the silver key. And then also try to get a locksmith so that I can buy a special key with the silver key in my inventory already. Alright, a shovel itself I cannot trade, I don't think, for a silver key. Coat check I'm going to take, but I'm not going to take it out yet. And then I'll take the hall wave to split. And we will see what I'm able to get. Nook for the key. Spare room lets me go forward. Parlor for the gems. Boxes next to this box contain gems. Boxes next to this box, that's not true, that's false. So this has gems. Okay. Pantry or bedroom will work here. I guess corridor would as well. Let's take the pantry. And then the chapel. Here I will take the den for the split. Alright, locksmith. Great. So, now I need to find a silver key. Or something I can trade for a silver key. Which might be harder than you would expect. Could take the gym. There is a puzzle I've been trying to figure out in there. But I don't think I'll take it. I'll take the wine cellar, though, for the gems. Looking to get to the other side of the chapel. And it's locked. Okay. I will go bedroom here. East Wing Hall for the split. Locked. Locked. Well, that's not great, is it? I suppose I can go back to the hallway at the bottom and see what I get over there. Because, like, I can buy a special key from the locksmith, but I think it's just gonna be the silver key. I want the silver key in my inventory by the time I get there. I suppose I could buy a regular key. Well, apparently not. At least not here. I could from the locksmith, though. Though the sleeping mask... it's too expensive, but I think that might trade into the silver key. Oh man, this is all so complicated. I know the shovel definitely does not trade into the silver key. So... I guess I'll go and just throw and buy a regular key from the locksmith. And just go from there. Alright, let's see. Courtyard. I'll take the observer or the drawing room there. Go the pool. Storeroom. No other items in here. Take the walk-in closet. Okay, I believe the rabbit's foot might trade into the silver key. So if I can get my coins up from, for instance, a room with a lot of dig spots, or the vault. What the hell is this? I guess this is what the safe deposit box is for. There's also the date here. Alright. Well, I don't have a sledgehammer, so I can't open that. But this is very intriguing. Okay, so that was my first time in the vault. Until I get the safe deposit box key, I don't think I'll be able to do anything else in here, though. But I can go back out, trade the rabbit foot, then come back. If I get the silver key, from the rabbit foot, and see what the locksmith gives me. Now, unfortunately, at the coat check is something that I very much would rather keep. However, if I end up with the basement key from this, I will very much prefer a basement key over an upgrade disc. So I will just coat check that. Unless I run out of footsteps, which is a possibility that I am realizing now. Okay, so trade the rabbit foot into the silver key. I now have the silver key. I need to somehow make it to the locksmith and back to the coat check before running out of footsteps. Which may not be possible. But if this does work, I will know in the future that this is how you get the basement key. Okay. So, I need to run here, through here. Through here. Up. This way. This way. Okay. So. Special key. What do you give me? The prism key. Not at all what I want. Not at all. But it is notable that theoretically my plan worked to an extent. I will be calling it a day here, but that I mean calling it a stream. I hope you enjoyed. That will be it. And so, yeah, have a good one.